Hey, everyone. Welcome back, all my machine heads, back to Meadow Grove Farm Extended Map for Farming Simulator 19, The Life of a Dairyman. Where we left off, exactly where we left off, we were in the middle of cultivating. So guess what we're getting ready to do? We're going to finish cultivating, and then we're going to go buy ourselves a seeder. I downloaded a seeder. Fury's been busy today. So how's everybody doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. And as usual, I'm doing fantastic. So welcome back to the Realistic Farming channel for Farming Simulator 19, where we use our real tractors, we use our real equipment, we have realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. I'm really digging this series, everyone. I'm glad that everyone else is enjoying it, because I sure as heck am enjoying making it for everybody. Let me scoot up a little bit. I felt like I was about 25 meters away from my microphone. So I'll show you guys when we get down to the store. The seeder that I downloaded is a 6-meter seeder. And it is I don't think it's a direct drill, but it'll do all the just basic crops. It wasn't anything special. I just didn't want to use the John Deere like we talked about last episode. I just, since I grew up doing it, I just didn't want to continue to do it. Doesn't 10 miles an hour seem fast? And we are going, but yep, I want to throw out a thank you to every single person out there who's been enjoying my videos and throwing likes up and just, you guys mean the world to me. I love each and every one of you. That's why I call you machine heads, because it's absolutely fantastic that you guys are doing that. Makes a little channel like mine feel more than grateful. But yeah, I really like this map, and I think that shows in my voice half the time, and I think it shows in our playing. I just like the concept of us basically starting with just, let's not flip the tractor over. It shows in our, my attitude, everything. Just, it's great. That going a little bit. Yeah, we only got a couple more passes here. Heard another one of those weird noises behind me, so I'm turning around in my chair going, anybody there? Especially since it's spooky season. Everybody, I got like one light on in the house, my computer light, and I'm recording this basically in the dark. So you hear noises and you're thinking, is it crazy or what? Sorry, had to look again. Oh, that's funny. As we get older, we just, when you're a kid, you're scared of everything. Everything under the sun. And then as you get older, you get scared of everything. But in those middle years, in your teens and your 20s and 30s, you're like, the world, I can take it on. But as you get older, you're like, please don't come in my house. A little Fury humor. So you guys, once again, I'm going to ask, are you guys getting super stoked about the Farming Simulator 22? I think we only got like 30 days? Well, 40 days now. It's because it comes out the 22nd. What day are we on? Let me look. We're at the 19th. So we're a little over a month now. Back this up just like this. There, now I'll do the headland. This field is like oblong. It's like weird shape. You can't get very many square edges on it, which is super realistic. Fields in real life are not square. It's weird because I've always done like square fields on Farm Sim because I think it was easier. Set my cruise. But this is super realistic. This is the way it is in real life. There's no farms out there with square fields. And if they are, I mean, there are. Don't get me wrong. And we're going all the way down here. Hit this little thing here. This little 160 horsepower tractor is actually pretty beefy. Then again, I got the gas hammered down most of the time. I don't want to drive too far. You want to try not to drive while you're lifting up your equipment. Hurts the hydraulics. All right, we're done cultivating. Dun, dun, dun. Finally, we've got the first layer of fertilizer, a layer of lime, a second layer of fertilizer, and now it's cultivated. And now we're going to go and let's go down and buy the seeder so that we have it. What am I hooked on here? Ah, Fury drove into the fence post once again. It wouldn't be a Fury video if I didn't hit at least one fence post. We'll take care of this. I want to go down and buy the seeder. But then before we do that, we got to fertilize one last time. Because I don't know if it's with the HUD off. I don't know what the temperature is. Oh, where are we going to put this, everyone? Shall we put it in... Let's see here. Should we put it in this one? Because we got our... Is this open in the whole thing? No, it's in Beza 2. We can put the cultivator here. Then the... Oh, no, we can't. That's the workshop. Okay. So that's good to know, though, where the workshop is. Because then I got to fix the tractor and wash it anyways before we head down to the store. There's our lime spreader. Will this thing fit in here? Let's find out if it will. If it will. Yes, it will. Well, let me just jump out and see what kind of space we got. Whew, right up against the wall. Whew. Okay, so since we found that, let's go ahead and get a few maintenance done on this a little bit here. This is kind of cool, actually. A nice little, like, this is the most realistic garage I've ever seen. And the reason why I say that, I mean, there's been better ones. Get this fixed here first. Repair, $89. Operating hours 3.90, so you guys can see how long we've actually played. That's kind of neat. What I mean by that is, this is what you would have on a farm. You'd have it in a barn, and you'd have your toolboxes and stuff set up. You wouldn't have, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's garages out there, but not everybody's like Millennial Farmer that has a great big garage with all these cool looking tools in it. I mean, some people do. This is driving me nuts too. But for the most part, most farmers that are pretty down and out. In fact, you know what? Let's leave that open. At least while we're on the farm. At night before we go to bed, we'll shut it. That way we can come back here and fix it. Yeah, we'll go down, we'll buy the seeder, and then we'll come back and fertilize. But before I do that, as my daddy always told me, keep your truck. Look at the built-up dirt on the fender. How cool is that? That is wicked cool. Yeah, so as I told you guys before, you know, I started jogging again and trying to get in shape again. And I hit the mile mark. It was like 1.3 miles today, and I was like, I thought I was about to die. When you're a kid, you know, like when I was younger, you know, not gonna lie, I was pretty decent in shape. I was running. I've run 2 marathons in my life, and I've run 6 half marathons. But as you get older, and you know what time it is, everyone. It's steering wheel time. Dun, dun, dun. As I promised you guys from episode 1, when we're going down to the store, or we're going on the road hauling grain or anything else, we are going to drive with the steering wheel. But I got so far out of shape. It got to the point where I was like, I couldn't even barely run 2 minutes. I was like, okay, I've eaten a lot of steak. I've eaten too much. But I'm getting back there again. But growing up, I played basketball and football and all the sports in school, and then I just took up running after I left high school. Because you don't think about, like, okay, so you graduate high school, not everybody goes and plays sports in college and things. That takes a special breed. So I did my sports in school, and then I went to school for college for computer design. And that was when I decided to move away from the farm. But nobody ever plans it. So I just one day picked up running, and I fell in love with it. Because the way I look at it is, it's the one sport, and it is a sport, that you can do, and if you lose, you only can blame yourself. That's it. It's like wrestling. Or swimming or anything else. It's a single sport, tennis. You can only blame yourself. You can't blame, It's easy in basketball when you, see, it's still closed. It's easy in basketball and football to just blame other people when you lose. All right, so as I promised the last episode, if this is closed still, we're going to have to come back. So let's go back and we'll fertilize. Sorry about that, everyone. But we want to, the realism. It's 11:21, so they must be closed until noon. So we'll come back at a later time after we get done fertilizing again. Getting pretty familiar with where we got to go to the store. That's funny. I haven't driven too much anywhere else on the map, so if we ever go anywhere else on the map, I know where the animal dealer is. That was because we did that in episode 1. That's just down over the hill. And I think the BGA is down there too, but if I go anywhere else, we're just going to be learning this ourselves, which is awesome. That's the way it should be. That's why I always promised you guys from day one, when I first started making videos just about a year ago, I said in my very first episode, I want to leave all of my blunders and all of my mistakes in the videos. I have a big thing about people who have to be perfect, because farming, video gaming, anything we do in life, none of us are perfect. And I think, to me, it just shows a level of realism. Like, when I get frustrated, that's the way it is. Hey, welcome back to the farm. A little heads joke, that's sorry. But yeah, I really appreciate all of you, each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you to death. And I'm really, really, really humbled. You start for a small little channel like mine, and you start getting like 30 views and 40 views and 50 views and 60 views. Then you're up to like 100 and 200 and 300. And you just think to yourself, I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. It's just amazing. Now let's see how much. Now, like I told you guys also from episode 1, the only non-realistic mod that I don't have is the manual attach, because normally you would get out, hook up your PTO, hook up all your hoses, and then you'd connect it. And then you'd hook up come back out. It hooks with these little levers underneath with a pin, which this one doesn't really fit, but that's how it works. All right, so let me switch screens here. We are at 46%. So if we did this right, if we did this correctly, then this should allow us to get one more level of fertilizer on it before we go to the store and get our seeder. And it may not be this episode if that's closed. Plus, I don't even know the temperature out. Let's see if we can tell from the other screen. Sorry, my controller cord was hooked on my steering wheel. Does it say? Well, we're not in the white here, so that's good. Well, not good. So we won't be able to plant anyway. So I just wanted to buy it. I wanted to show you. As you guys remember, I'm playing 6-day seasons. If you want me to change that to 3, I will, since we're getting closer and closer to Fs19. Just so we can get through some days. But it doesn't matter to me. I kind of like a little longer. Did you guys hear the news today that came out? What was it? If you guys get a chance, check out Farmer Klein's channel, for real. He is so up to date on the facts of Farm Sim 22. I think he gets early access, which is great. But they were talking about today that you're going to have the option. Let me sit here for a minute so it's a little quieter. You're going to have the option in Farm Sim 22 to be able to adjust your day total, or your hour total even, to where you can play a legitimate, because each season is going to last a month, and which is about realistic in real life. Think about like marching from March till April in the East Coast. That's where I live. Is our spring. By April, May, and June, you're into summer. By July, August, and September, now you're starting to fall. Not July necessarily, but August and September, now you're into fall. But they said you're going to have the ability to adjust all the way up to 28 or 30-day seasons, where you can play literally 30-day seasons, which, okay, so each season lasts a month. So if you run it at so much time, it's going to equal like what we play now, 5X season, and so on and so forth. What I'm really, really excited about is they're telling us that we're going to have the option to play a full month, just like real life. And you know me, welcome to the Realistic Channel. That's what I'm going to do. Now, I think, let's check. I think we might be fertilized up. Okay, so bink, bink. Yep. Okay, so we got fertilized fields. All right, so we got an option here because it's still closed down at the store. We can either go down there and just force it open and buy our seeder and say whatever, or we can stay with the realism and do. All right, Fury. Gotta learn how to come out of here so you're not clipping the fence. I've hit this fence every single time. Tractor does sound good. Alright, so what fields? Tried to turn that on. 17 can't be because that's an experiment. Remember, we tried to fertilize that the first time. This has got 1 level of fertilizer on it. 14 needs to be plowed. We can't plant anyways because it's not warm enough. So we got to wait for the temperature to warm up a little bit. So we're going to take a drive. Let's drop this off. We're going to take a drive up to a couple of our other fields and see what state they're in. That's okay. At least we know we're 100% fertilized now, right? That's good news. So we're ready to seed. As soon as it gets warm enough out, we're ready to seed. And it may not be today. Remember, we're still on day 1 of spring. All right, so what I'm going to do is this. To simulate the manual attach. All right, so where do we got to go? We got to come out of our farm like normal and come around here. And I think we make the first right. Let's do that. All right, everyone, we're going to go on a drive. Let's go on some sightseeing. Okay. Oops. Wrong way. Oh. But now you understand the whole farmer thing. You're always constantly doing something And if you can't do a certain project because of the weather or something that happened, oops. All right, you know what time it is. Steering wheel time. Get that down so you guys can see. And I do believe, like I said, we'll look again here. I should have bought that field straight ahead is what I should have done. But I didn't. All right, get up a little bit. Because I'm not quite sure where we have to go here. Like I said, we're learning this together. I think we go here. And there's a tight little road. What's this called? Bob's Road? Okay, I think. Bring up my handy-dandy little map here. Okay, that's field 15 there. What's this? Okay. Oh, double gate. Check that out. What is this? Is this another... What is this? Is this our sheep farm? Okay, that's not where you buy that. All right. Oh, let's see. Our horse farm. Okay. So we can use this for storage as well because obviously we don't own it, so we're not going to use it right now. But if we ever decide to have sheep. Okay, so this is field 15. And field 15 is 4.9 acres. So about double what we just had. So it's going to be a good size mown. You know that with the grass on this map. Sorry, had a cough out of the blue. That was weird. Okay, so we know that with the grass on this map, we cannot fertilize it until it's the next stage. Okay, so this is how we get into here. And let's see the stages on this. Okay, this is going to need plowing. So, what's up? 4.9. Okay. And we can't remove these, so we can't add these together. That's okay, because this is a 5-acre field. All right. So we can go down and we can get our plow and start plowing this in, or we can go get our seeder and get it back to the farm. And I want to honor that realism, but I don't. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to start plowing. Go ahead and open that and so we can have it ready. Here's my tractor all the way up there. Yeah, that was weird. I was just like, took a breath and I was like, whoa, got a cough. It's weird. All right. All right, so. Told you guys, we're learning this together. Our fields are on Bob's Road. So we'll go get our little plow, and then we'll start plowing that in and go from there. I don't know why I use the turn signals. There's not been traffic on this since the beginning of time. So we're actually going to end up with 3 grass fields, which is kind of neat. Get talking, forget it. I got to turn into our farm here. So we know where the horse farm is if we ever want to buy it, which I probably won't. I don't do horses. Never have, never will. I mean, I messed around with them when they first came out. But the whole aspect of having to ride them forever. I mean, then again, I could download the horse helper mod so that it would just do it for me, spend $300, but that's not fun. What's the sense of having horses then? All right, so let's head up to the farm, or to field 14. Now remember too, from what we learned on the last field, that when you plow it, it does give you a level of fertilizer. So that'd be good, but I've only got about 5-6 minutes left. I was really hoping that we'd be able to seed that, but I have to honor the realism of the channel, because if the store's closed, we don't want to just act like it's going to go in. Now, if we go down there, it's 11:35 in-game. If we go down there and it's still closed at noon, then I think at that point in time, I don't know what happened with it. Maybe just the gates shut at night and then don't open. Then again, we haven't been through our first day yet, so I don't know. First time you, first time me. All right, welcome to Bob's Road. What a great graphical map, though. Super realistic. Good job, Nathan. All right, so there's our field. Gate's already open. Now, we want to leave the headlands this time. So, which way does the field go? All right, so let's we'll start up at the top, work our way back down towards the bottom, and then come along and do our headlands last. And I'm hoping that he gives me enough room. We're also going to leave one headland on the round so we can turn around. So let's go inside here. Back up a little bit and get over. I want to leave ourselves enough room to drive. Here we go. Let's go, let's go. Oh, that's right. We plow at 2.6 miles an hour. I was like, I got used to cultivating. This way we'll be doing this the right way. Well, it didn't take me long to forget how slow plowing was. Right to the edge of our field. Pick up our plow. And our first round. Then we want to come down all the way down here. And we want to do the same thing. Giving ourselves enough room to drive on the edge. And drive on the edge. Perfect. It's like someone knows what they're doing. And then you pick this corner down here that we're coming up on right now. You pick that one to do first, and you start here and you go around to do your headland last, and you end up there so you're not driving over the furrows. All right, so this one's a little bit different angle. Right there. Perfect. And now we can drive. Because until this is plowed, we can drive all over this. This is compacted ground. This tractor sounds awesome. last pass, and then I'll go down, I'll get the tractor set up down there, because we're going to start right back on this again. Probably next episode, we'll continue plowing this, and somewhere along the line of the episode, for the next episode, we will take a trip down to the store, see if we can buy a seeder, get it back. But I'll show you real quick before we leave. Love it, love it, love it. There, get the tines back up off the ground. Now, if I had a newer tractor, I'd be using GPS. Back up a little bit, get the tines into the ground, and off we go. Get us set up straight. Stop about right there, giving us enough room, at least one tire to be on it. All right, everyone, I'm gonna drive up here and get set up for the next pass, and we'll wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and share. And just please, it's great. I'm loving you guys. I just want you guys to know how much I love and care about each and every one of you. Look at that. We got it plowed. Now, what I want to see, though, is, yep, needs lime, and then probably lime and then fertilizer. Yeah, this is awful dark. Because remember in Farm Sim 17, when it was dark like this, it was fully fertilized, but I don't know. This is cool. You can see what we've done. See how we left a little headland so we can drive around, and then you start. See where my little reticle thing is? Not with the arrow, with the little circle. You start at this one and you go to do your headland last, so that you finish up at the place and then just drive out. You're done. All right, everyone. Oh, here, real quick. Let me show you what we're going to buy here. All the way over at the end, I downloaded the Mazur 61100 for 4,700. It's a 6 meter wide, but check this out. It's got a trailer hitch on it, so you can tow it like this. So if you have to go through like small gates or whatever, it'll fit. It's an amazing little mod, and I looked it up, and it's super real. And we're going to use the ridge markers on it. I thought that was cool that it used it. All right, everyone, as usual, as we always end with our parting gifts, look out for yourselves, look out for each other. Most importantly, look out for your family in this important time that we're all in. Just make sure you're all taking care of each other. And just please enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And as usual, Fury Machine loves you all, and I will catch every one of you on the flip side.